Alright guys, I'm excited to introduce the last video and the finished product. Okay, I think it came out great. There was a couple people that were, I'm not digging it. It was on Instagram and Facebook. I was like, you guys gotta wait for it to get built. Okay, it's very hard to do 3 colors, and I think this came out really good. Okay, this is the only one we're playing around with, but that's because we have the AIP grip screws, which are darker. They're darker red. All right, you can, even on camera you can see it. Other than that, I would say these did a very good job of color matching. That's because they're all similar, material. These guys were 7075 guys. Remember, there's 7 different types of aluminum, and they all kind of act differently. Not kind of, they act differently. Okay, so that's a problem that it's just that's part of airsoft. Okay, for example, if they say they do 6 series, but maybe 5 series or 4 series, 3 series, or maybe cheaper, and it's very similar in property, and they can go buy a stock of it, they'll switch it, because the average person isn't going to be able to tell the difference between 6 and 7 or 5 and 2 or 3 or 4, so forth. You guys get it? Okay, so that's just that's common. Ugh. Okay, jeez. But with that being said, you guys need to understand, if you want a color match, unfortunately, you're gonna have to do the best job. You're gonna have to spend boku bucks, because what's gonna have to happen is you're gonna have to go to someone that's educated, strip them and be able to tell what the material is. And because for example, guys, I have a Gunsmith Bro slide. One slide isn't 6061. Okay, I think it was I forget what series it is, 5, 4, 3, 2. It's one of those. Is under 6 series. Okay. Gunsmith Bro's been doing this forever, guys. All right, so you would have to go buy another slide, and then hey, is this 6061? Okay, good. Check what. This trigger. Hey, is this 6061? Yes. Grip screw. The 6061, the AIP one, Generation 1 guys, those were 6061, but they cracked. That's why they switched to 775, okay? And then magwell. Throw it in, check it. 6061, okay, good. Now you got a full matching material-wise, okay? The other route you have to go is, if you want to really color match, is Cerakoting, but that's a whole different process. Definitely more expensive. You definitely need someone that's more skilled in understanding of airsoft versus anodizing airsoft. All right, that's a no-brainer. Cerakoting is much harder, and you gotta know what you're doing there. You gotta understand what areas to tape off, what areas not to Cerakote. If you got a loose slide, Cerakoting, I say, would actually help you, because you can make it a little bit thicker, and it's really hard to stand Cerakote. Okay, ask me, I've done it. Okay. Okay, with that being said, let's talk about this stuff. What are we talking about? Oh, let's actually corner. Okay, first of all, let's corner it. We're at about 95. We're about 95, 100 psi. Okay, so we should be shooting in 380s. So let me shoot for you guys. Green gas, we're shooting over 400. Especially, it was really cold yesterday, and I shot for him yesterday, and it was like 80. Okay, it's not cold, right? It's okay. I'm California. Okay, I'm one of those spoiled boy, but it was about like 87 in here. Not 87, the other way. It was about like 60 something, and we were hitting 400 easy with green gas with this guy right here. Okay, so this is not this is not a pistol you're gonna be taking to a 350 area, unless you're crazy, or this one is, you're gonna feel this sucker. All right, he's gonna hit you good. The only thing I might have to work on more is the safety. Okay, I'll talk about the safeties right now. I think I talked about it in the last video, but I'll talk about it again, because I feel like this is affecting more people than it does. Okay, this safety has been modified. I don't know if you guys remember from the second video or first video. I put it together, and it was like this, and it was go whoop, bouncing. I was pushing down. You can see it doesn't do that anymore. So with that being said, it's a lot better, but I feel like it still bounces. And guys, look carefully. These ones are the easiest to mod, right? If you have gold or black, though, it's a little bit harder to deal with because you got to be careful about sanding this area. Unfortunately, on black and gold, it kind of does show at certain angles if you look at it. Whereas the silver, you're not going to be able to tell. Okay, you should be able to tell that this part right here, the nub that holds where the detent is definitely a bit flatter. Your goal is to get the detent to sit more into it aggressively so it doesn't pop up by itself easily, okay? That's one of the things. The second thing is, he already knows it, we talked about it, the 9-ball. I love how this looks on here, okay? It looks great. But the fact is, it doesn't have a screw hole. I have 2 plastic shims underneath it and it's already getting loose. Alright, as a skirmisher, guys, you guys know my channel. I'm skirmisher. I'm always going to be player first. That's my mentality. I love how these look, but I'm going to stick with AMs. And he's already talked about it. He says the same thing, that he's probably going to stick with AM, down the road. Do these still work? Yes, they still work. Do they wobble? Yes. I'm going to put in one more shim so I get it nice and tight, but what that does is that just raises it because I'm putting it right here. The 9-ball sits on top of it and it's got little like a little nub that kind of sits in here. So what you do is this is the easiest one that doesn't require any modding, because you have to mod it to even get onto the slide first on the back side. And the thing is, you can't really add them here because you have to slide it on, so you can't add it in the back, which gives you, I think, really the only option is here, or you can try sliding underneath here. It's just, it's a matter of choice where you guys want to place it, but I'm not going to do that. I've seen some dudes glue this, and I understand the frustration, but that's too ugly. No offense, I can't glue it like that, okay? What else? Boom boom, we talked about that. This is a 400. This guy will probably be shooting 380 with about 95, 90, 100 psi. Let's do that. Let's test for you guys. He's got the Airsoft Masterpiece loading nozzle in here. I don't like it, but my philosophy is, since he already bought it, is just, hey, shoot it until it breaks, replace it with the good shell, or garter shell. That's my favorite. That's my king. Okay, we need some BBs, so I can show you guys the chrono, and then I'll show you guys the trigger. Did some trigger work on here. We got it around 1 pound. Alright, usually I would do under if they're competing. Maybe don't wear gloves, but on average I probably say for almost every speed guy or CQB type of guy, I do one around 1 pound, because a lot of them wear gloves, and you don't want to do any negligent discharge, guys. Trust me, 1 pound is very light. Under 1 pound, insane. Okay, I have a couple of 8 pounds over there. I mean, not 8 pounds, 8 ounces. Okay, it's usually it's for competition. Okay, let's skip this guy. We'll shoot right here. Let's see what we're shooting at. Okay, we're on. Is this 2s? Alright, we're 2s. Okay. Okay, we're out. Okay, we're out. Let's just do a little dry fire for you guys. Oh, let me get safety down. Ooh, this came out really nice. I'm so happy about this. Okay, let's see where we're at. Okay, yeah, we're average about 380, 380s, okay? 385, 387, 384, 383. Did it measure all the shots? Okay. So we're in the 380s. This is a big boy, right? This is the big boy. This is something I would build for my local field, because at my local field we're allowed 400 FPS, and I'm always a firm believer, guys. Whatever your field is, try to reach it. If your field says 350, get one pistol that gets, you know, right at 350. If you have a field that says 400, get a pistol that right at 400. 330, yeah, I'm sorry for you, but 330, okay? It's just pistols. You guys need to make sure they're, you know, as close as the field limit, because people just don't call their hits with, I swear, they just don't call their hits with pistol, you know, hits. It's, you know, either it's too, you know, gets too weak when you start shooting distance shots. So that's why you gotta get the FPS as high as you can. And you know, one, they're also embarrassed too, I think. That was one thing. Okay. Oh, I'll show you the trigger pull. Okay, guys, we're about around 1 pound. Okay. And guys, for me to do trigger work, you have to have all the parts that I want. Okay. I won't do. I'll do trigger work, you know, basic stuff on if you don't have all the parts, but it's expensive. Okay, you gotta have all steel parts for me to do trigger work. Okay. Here's 1 pound. I'll do another one for you guys. I lost my Lyman electric one, so I'm using this guy now. Okay, here's another one. Alright. It's just, you wanna, as someone that's a skirmisher, light trigger pulls are just a thing of beauty, man. They really do up your game. Okay, you want to have your tool as sharp as you can. That's what you do with this stuff. When you start throwing money at it, sure, some of the stuff you'll say, oh, it's just swag, and everything's got a meaning in here. Okay, except this guy. I hate this guy. Okay, and I'm so angry that I bought it myself too. I've been down the road of all these parts, guys. Okay. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I did have a couple people contact me about, like, hey, can you put together a list? I'm not gonna do that, guys. You can watch the first video and just, you know, take a guess of, you know, what he's done. You know, don't be bums. All right. I do a lot, and there's you guys gotta stop being bums. Okay. The part listings is driving me nuts. I don't know why people keep on asking about that. I told everyone, hey, just watch the first video. You know, just watch it and do all this stuff. Okay, what else? I can't think of anything else. We modded the slide stop. I talked about that. I'm just happy with how this came out. It came out really good. Okay. That's it. Alright, guys. That's the end of this series. We will... I think we're going to have another customer. Like, I got attacked by a couple of people, man. So... I think we have another one that we're going to do another customer series, and this one is going to be a purple. We're still deciding. It's going to be a purple, black, silver series, and we're still talking. But what we did is we got black parts and silver parts with his 2 purple parts, so we can see what we like. We'll play around. That's going to be a hard one. That probably might be a Cerakote project or an anodizing project. We'll see what his is. His is a big boy too, because this was a big boy project. Is that what I'm going to start calling these now? When we're like completely ground up? Well, no. His is completely ground up. The other one isn't complete. Alright, now I'm just getting off topic. Okay, I got to do the final touches on this guy. Now I clean him up. Probably going to go outside, shoot him, make sure we're good. And I got to pack up all his bags. We all these short strokes. We're not even max short stroke. But, you know, that's one thing you guys have to watch out with the Cal guide rod. It's just how it acts and functions. It's just a little different. And sometimes that the second tier spring is a little. If you get one that's too strong, you can't really add that much to it. Even though we have the 4-3 guide rod in here, just to sneak in some more, you can't add that much, because if you put too much, it's gonna push the short strokes plus the 2-tiered guide rod system, and then feed. So you got to make sure the gun actually feeds. I think I've seen too many guys with the cow and they're just shoving short strokes on there, and they're like, hey, my gun isn't feeding. I'm like, okay, what guide rod are you running? Cow. How many short strokes do you have on there? 4. I'm like, Jesus, man, you're crazy. Especially if they have because they, cow will give you guys I think it's like a short, medium, long, and they're using the long ones. All right, Jesus, come on, you gotta play around with all 3 before you shove short strokes in there. Okay, that's if anything, my advice, guys, do that. All right, understand how it feels with 1, take it out, shoot the medium one, 2, then put the short one in. Okay, play around with it first before you start adding short strokes to it. Okay. All right, and that's it, guys. Big thanks. I think most of you enjoyed the Red Hawk series. He's happy. We'll see. Well, actually, we'll see how he's happy. I don't ever celebrate until it gets back to him and he gets to play with it and shoot it. Then I'm okay. All right. So right now, I'm hoping he's okay with what I did. So, all right. See you guys around.